do this. Hey guys, Jex here, and before I get started today, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my good friend Pla, or PLA as I like to call him. Pla just joined the VC. He just opened a new account called Pla Addiction, or Pla Addiction, as we like to call it. He recently got inspired to join the vinyl community, and his channel comes with a twist. He doesn't just talk about vinyl, but he also talks about video games, which is another passion of his. I think it's the only thing that he and I don't really have in common, because he loves video games. I'm not a gamer by any means, but he loves the stuff, and he's very knowledgeable on it. So if you have a chance, definitely show my boy some support. Check out his channel. He only has 2 videos so far, with the 3rd one on the way. So yeah, check him out. Stop in, say hello, and make sure and tell him that Jex sent you. Now on with the show. Hello, music lovers! Jex Russell coming at you with a very cool cassette tape update, and make sure you watch till the end because I have a very cool vinyl surprise to show off. Stay tuned. What's happening, music lovers? Jex Russell coming your way, and this is a video I've been wanting to make for a little while now. This is from a few weeks ago. Let's rewind. Wednesday, October 7th, I believe. So I get to class, and I'm chatting with my buddy Alex, which I'll talk more about him later. Got a cool story for you guys. But Alex is telling me how the night before he went to Value Village and he saw some cool cassette tapes, and he knows that I like cassettes. So yeah, he's mentioning these cool tapes that he saw, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go see if they're still there. So on my lunch hour, I went to Value Village, and which is super close to the college, thankfully. So I went, and a lot of them were still there. Here's the bag. I only got 8. The special they have going on is buy 4 tapes, and it's for $1. So basically, I got these for 25 cents a piece, and nothing too rare, but still cool to find for that price. So let's just give them a little shuffle with a little shake, and I'm gonna reach in and just see what I grab. So let's get to it. Ozzy Osbourne, Osmosis. I'm not too familiar with this album. Anything post 1990 Ozzy, I haven't really heard that much of, so I thought this was very cool to find. Next up, oh nice, Bob Marley, Chances Are. I really like Bob Marley, but I heard like, you know, obviously his hits, but I never really looked into his studio albums, so chances are that this is going to be awesome. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Nothing much to say about this album. I'm not the biggest Guns N' Roses fan, but I definitely do appreciate this album and, you know, how classic it is. I have it on CD, but I couldn't just leave this behind for that great of a price. I'm having a hard time talking. Next up, Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. I recently showed how I got a 7-inch single from this, Smoking in the Boys Room, backed with Use It or Lose It. So yeah, Theater of Pain. I never really heard this album more than that, so thought, why not? Love the Crew. Pulp Fiction soundtrack, again. Nothing much to say about that. Awesome movie, awesome music. Faith No More, Angel Dust. Another album I'm not too familiar with. The only Faith No More album I really am familiar with is The Real Thing, which I really like. So, looking forward to checking this one out. Red Hot Chili Peppers, What Hits. I'm a huge Chili Peppers fan. I've had this on CD for years, but again, I couldn't just leave it behind. And this is the last cassette from my Value Village score, and it's Ramones. This is Mondo Bizarro from 1992. Again, I'm not all that familiar with 90s Ramones. I love Ramones. Their stuff from the 70s, the 80s. I've been a big fan for years and years, since I was a teen. And the only 90s album I'm really familiar with is Adios Amigos, which I think is a great album. So I look forward to checking this out. Alright, and later that same day, I went to the Salvation Army after school. I thought I'd go check if they had any good cassette tapes. Not as much, but I did find a few gems. AC/DC Live, this is a double cassette. again, this was like, I think 50 cents, so I couldn't just leave it behind. Love AC/DC, and I didn't even have this album on any format. So yeah, score! Aerosmith, Classics Live 2. I have the first Classics Live on vinyl and CD, but I never even heard this one. So, again, a great find. Has some great hits on here. Back in the Saddle, Walk This Way, Draw the Line, Same Old Song and Dance, Last Child, Let the Music Do the Talking, Toys in the Attic. Love it. And this is another Salvation Army find. This one was crazy because, like I said, that day they didn't have much, and a lot of country tapes and just music that didn't interest me. And I see this cassette backwards. I'm like, oh, what can this be? I might as well flip it. Probably nothing good. And I flip it, and it's Black Flag. I'm like, what? This is Wasted Again compilation. This was really unexpected. I don't often find stuff like this at the Salvation Army. Again, I'm not all that familiar with Black Flag, but I've always been a fan of hardcore punk. And, I was aware of a lot of their hits, but not more than that. So for like 50 cents, this was a good find. And these next 3 cassettes, these were actually from the same guy who told me about the Value Village cassettes, Alex. He knows that I like cassettes, so he brought in some of his because he has no need for them. So here we go. Aerosmith. This is a single. Cassette single. I like to say single. This is Sweet Emotion from Pandora's Box. It also has the songs Subway and Circle Jerk. I'm not familiar with Pandora's Box, and I don't know if the Sweet Emotion on here is a different mix. Because this says it's a 1991 release. I don't know if it's a different mix or if it's the 1975 version. I didn't really do my research on this, but I am an Aerosmith fan, and this is super cool. This is another Aerosmith single. This is Crying from their Get a Grip album, which I am an absolute fan of that album. I love it. And this is backed with Walk On Down. I really like the cover on this. I never seen it, so yeah, really cool. Great adds to my Aerosmith collection. And he also gave me Whitesnake. This is Slip of the Tongue. I'm not all that familiar with Whitesnake, actually. I mean, I know the band, I know the name, I've probably heard some songs. I've always confused Whitesnake and Foreigner, actually. I can't tell both bands apart. I never really took the time to do my research, but in my mind, they're like the same band. I can't tell them apart. But yeah, this is going to be cool to look into. Slip of the Tongue from, I can't see a year, 1989. So those are great finds. Thank you, Alex. And now, if you're still around, it's time for the vinyl surprise. All right. So, I've told you guys about Alex, my buddy from college. Yeah, we really hit it off. We have a lot in common. One day he came into school wearing a Bad Brains t-shirt, and that was that. We got to talking, and it turns out that he's a vinyl collector too. And yeah, so we're always talking about music. He's a big metal and punk fan. And anyway, one day, Friday, October 9th, usually at lunchtime I stay at school and just kind of, stay in class, eat my lunch, maybe catch up on some work I have to do. And this day, Alex had left to go to lunch, and he came back, and he just puts a bag on my desk, and he says, "Happy birthday," because he knew that my birthday was 2 days later on October 11th. So I'm like, oh man, what's this? I start opening it, and he says, "Yeah, I hope you don't have it." And I open it up to find this. Kiss Alive. This is the 2008 Back to Black reissue. This was super cool. I didn't have this at all. He knows that I'm a Kiss fan, so he found this and thought I'd like it. So Alex, I know I've thanked you already a million times, but thanks again. This is truly appreciated. And yeah, I listened to it. This is 180 gram. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. It's a great replica of the original. And I listened to it, and it sounds great. I've read reviews online, people saying that it doesn't sound as good. I thought it sounded okay. Then again, I don't have the fanciest record player, but it sounded good to me. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. Let me know what you think. And I want to show you guys what this looks like. I know this comes up all the time on on YouTube here, but the difference between those copies and this copy is that this copy belongs to me. So yeah, let's take a look. I want to show you guys how beautiful it is. Here we go. All right, so here we go. First thing I want to show off is these cool, legitimate Casablanca sleeves, very old school. The records come in, very nice. And then you have this cool Kiss booklet, much like the one that came with the original release. And when you open the gate sleeve, the gate fold here, they're promoting the first 3 albums that were out at the time, little notes from each member of the band. And yeah, like I said, I know this has been shown over and over here on the VC, but I'm just really excited to finally have a copy of this. And I just felt like showing it off. It's a beautiful replica, and I'm so happy to have it. Rock on. All right, so there you have it, folks. That's all the stuff I had to show. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and stay tuned. Peace out.